Hi everyone, welcome to our new video series. My name is Jan Gustafsson and I'm thrilled to be reunited with fellow Magnus Carlsen's trainers, seconds, Peter Heine Nielsen, Magnus Carlsen's head coach, and Laurent Fressinet, Magnus Carlsen's French coach, are both here, and we will be going through the World Championship match 2021. Our experiences with it, the games, what we prepared, where we felt things went well, where we felt things didn't go well. Peter, we have different perspectives because we were in different locations.
Very much. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about it because you were in Thailand during all the match and I was in Dubai with Magnus and his non-chess team. So I see some kind of debriefing where we will discuss what was the mood in Dubai, what was happening in the technical department in Thailand, and we got to sort of basically compare notes and get the two kind of inside looks from the match.
Very much so. And Laurent, we are actually in your private home. Thanks for having us.
It's a big pleasure to welcome both of you, and I'm sure it will be interesting to talk to you guys about the match.
Likewise.
So we hope you guys enjoy the series with our behind the scenes insights. See you then.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new Banter Blitz by me, Jorden van Foreest. It's been not too long since we did the last one. That was 2 days ago, so it's good to be back already. And actually, on Monday our chess did not go too well, so I hope to improve today, but probably not gonna happen. But we'll give it a try anyway. And without further ado, let's get right into the games here. And we're playing against Asef 1234 from Iran. So e4. So let's play traditional opening here. Let's go e5. And let me open up the chats as well so I can keep a lookout on what people are saying. Just give me a moment. Yes. Okay, I think this should be all right. I'm probably gonna lose some time checking out the chat, but that's fine. Oops, shouldn't throw my microphone over. Where's the YouTube chat? Where do I find the YouTube chat again? I managed last time. Oh yeah, I managed. Oh, knight g5. Yeah, so I have a really interesting line here I used to play. I think I learned this line when I was like maybe 10 years old or something, and it's not a good line, but I sometimes employ it in blitz. For sure, black has to meet knight g5 by going d5, but sometimes this works, and I think this time, well, maybe it did. I think the refutation is either to go d3 or d4, but not everyone knows that. And the real fun is if white would capture on f7 with the knight. Anyway, now we get the big center, which is basically one of the tricks of the line. So yeah. Queen h5 check. Okay, I should be a little bit careful not to get mated here, but let's just go here. Okay, queen f7 is a threat, but I hope I can deal with that. Let's go g6 perhaps. Queen f3 is not possible because the knight is hanging. Oh yeah, and we're a bit late, guys, because we had some technical difficulties, but I think it's all sorted, so not a big deal. But we started a little bit later for that reason, just to let you guys know. And I might be winning some material here, actually. Let's calculate. Bishop e7, f4, h6. I don't know, might be winning the knight here already. Let's give it a try anyway. And h6, that was my calculation. Maybe knight takes d4 was a good choice as well, but if we can win a piece, let's just go for it. hg5. And yeah, looks like we won a piece already. Not off to a bad start at all. And let's play for a couple more tricks here by knight d4, but it doesn't work. My opponents find a very strong reply, so we have to retreat. But okay, we're still up a piece, so how bad can it be, right? Any predictions for the candidates? It's going to be very close, I think, this time around. I'm actually very happy that Nakamura is in. I think that's very interesting. But yeah, I think it's one of the most interesting fields in a long while. That's my opinion. Almost all the best players are there, and it's especially interesting to see how like Firuccia is gonna do on his first time there. So what am I exactly doing here? I'm trying to taking my rook out on a little journey here, but I don't know if it's too good, but okay. Still up a piece, so should be okay. I'm doing good, guys. Hope you guys are doing fine as well. So yeah, as long as I don't blunder here, I should win this game. Well, let's continue the adventure with the rook here. Let's keep on moving it. Okay, knight c3. Did not see that, but it's fine. This rook has made like a bunch of moves in a row, which is pretty funny. And at some point I should open things up here like c4 or something. But my opponent wants to open things up. Okay, interesting. Well, let's do the same. Let's go c4. Yes, and okay, I shouldn't take on g3 because then there's queen takes g6 check. I think I'm gonna play the safe way here. Here I'm gonna just exchange the queens or not. Okay, let's give a check. Definitely not the best technique I have ever displayed in my life, but I hope it's gonna be enough. Oh, what? I wasn't paying attention. I somehow, when I heard the recapture, I assumed my opponent took on on c1, but fortunately it's still fine. So that's actually, maybe it was a good move, who knows. Now the rook is pinned and this is game over, and we still got 30 seconds here to finish it off. So at least getting off to a good start here, which is always nice. Let's close the king here, and mating ideas are in the air. Okay, that's a win. Yeah, that was a funny rook, I think, in this game. Okay, without further ado, let's jump to the next game here, and let's play against, I know, is that flag from Mozambique or something? I think so. I cannot be 100% sure. Maybe I'm, oh, Uganda. Yeah, very bad. Shouldn't have embarrassed myself like that. So let's play e4, and maybe we get the chance to play the same opening. Or do we want to change it up? I think we'll change it up. I'm keeping track of chat on my phone, guys, but it keeps switching off every 3 seconds. So that's a little bit annoying. Don't really have a better way to keep track of chat here. So just try to look as much as I can, but no guarantees. That didn't happen in my Banter Blitz yesterday or 2 days ago. Then it was not switching off. Anyway, we're playing a mainline Italian here, which is not too surprising as we're playing a strong opponent here. Transferring the knight to g6 is normal, but I want to go knight c4 in order to attack this bishop. And my opponent plays a very strong c6 in order to get some space for the bishop on c7. How to open a closed position? Well, usually you try by breaking with some pawns or sacrificing a piece, something of that sort. Some pawn exchanges is usually what happens. Okay, let's go bishop a3. Perhaps there is some pressure on this diagonal here. I have never played the candidate, so I don't exactly know how to prepare for them, but I have helped Anishgiri for at least one of the candidates. I think it's only, but at least the last candidates. My memory is too bad to remember what happened in the ones before. He wasn't playing. No, he was not playing in 2018. Yeah, he was helping himself, Kramnik. But yeah, that was very interesting experience. And basically what you do is you prepare just like for regular tournament, but much more in depth, mostly because you already know the pairings a long time before, and you know exactly who you're gonna play when. And of course, because the tournament is very important. So it's basically much of the same, but then much more. So let's take on d6. This looks like a pretty juicy pass pawn over there, but still tricks. Lots of tricks, actually. Yeah, thank you for the game, Asef, as well. So I calculated some line here. Bishop takes c4, bishop c4, knight d6, and I think I got queen takes g6. At some point, maybe, actually, because the bishop is still hanging. So that means after bishop takes c4, perhaps I should capture with the queen in order to attack f7. Bishop to d7, that does not feel correct. Maybe my opponent wants to play knight f4, but I think we're gonna have some fun and sacrifice the queen, maybe. Okay, knight f4. I mean, I can retreat queen to c2, and that should be easily winning, but let's have some fun. I don't think this is very good, but why not? Okay, knight. I was thinking only of knight to d5. Okay, let's bring in my own knight. Okay, my opponent wants to sacrifice on b6, but that does not look too convincing, as I will sacrifice on f7 first myself. Point is that after king f7, I go knight e5 here. Really haven't calculated the lines, but I just hope is. Okay, I can take on d7, but that would once again not be in the spirit at all. So let's bring the rook down on the queen here, but this should be winning for me. I just cannot believe that with a king on f6, anyone can survive here. So rook f4. I wanna find some cute mate, but I cannot exactly find it. I'm sure it's there somewhere. I mean, knight d7 and rook f4 is it's very yeah, okay. I think I'm not gonna take the risk here and mess things up. I'm just gonna cash in. Unless king g6, bishop c2, king h5 is like somehow not mate or something. Where is the mate? I wish I could calculate better. Okay, let's do this. I have to focus a little bit here, as I'm down to only 25 seconds, but okay. Let's just take the material, I guess. Well, not gonna be finishing this off in style, but that's not always the case. I mean, sometimes you just gotta get the win, I guess, and I hope I'm gonna get it. Oh no, there's king h3. Are you kidding me? This has turned out to be much more complicated than expected. Okay, bishop f5 and checkmate should be unstoppable. Knight h4. Now there's rook g3 checkmate, and I think it's mate. I got a little bit closer here in the end, but I think it's still a nice win nonetheless. Yeah, this is mate. Or, yeah. All right. Wow, that was more complicated than I expected, but we get there in the end, fortunately. Let's accept lines from France. Let's go. Let's go b3. Why not? I like this opening. I don't know the name of it actually. What's the name of 1b3? Can anybody tell me? Okay, let's go d4. This is like a weird kind of Grunfeld because the bishop is on b2. But maybe it's okay. I don't know. Okay, let's just go e3. I don't want to play like bishop d3. That's what I would usually play, I guess. Let's go c4. I don't know if it adds the Larsen attack, of course. Yes, thank you for so much. And let's bring out the knight here. So we got some tension here in the center. Interesting position. I don't think it can be very good for me, as my king is a little bit weak on e1 perhaps, but okay. Knight d4, queen d4. Oh, bishop g6. Huh. Didn't expect that, to say the least. Let's pin here on c6, a typical theme, and castle next. I guess I'm a little bit better now. As I get my king out of the way, my opponent does have this isolated pawn on d5. Nothing too bad. Audibon attack. Sure. Yes, thank you for the game. One year land, that was interesting. You fought very well there in the end. I surely missed some better continuation, but I didn't find it. Okay, so how do I continue here? I guess knight f3 is normal. And if black castles, I will come up with like rook c1 or something. Just hope to be a little bit better here due to my better structure, and that's about it, I guess. Withdraw the bishop, I guess. It's not going to be easy because I can never take on d5 as there will always be bishop takes h2. That's something to take into account. I'll go rook e1. Yeah, now I'll go g3. I want to go bishop f1, bishop g2 too. Wait, is it a free pawn? Maybe. Should I take it? I'm way too scared to. I think objectively I probably should. Let's do it. Go big or go home. Okay, yeah. I thought I had queen g5 here at least to provoke f6. I guess I'm gonna do that. Provoking f6 seems like a reasonable idea, as then I always have bishop c4 check when need be. I don't know if it's important, but okay, the end game should be technically winning already. Just being up a pawn here is just too much. So bishop g6, that's fine. I'll put the rook here on the open file, and I have some ideas of going bishop g4 or other ideas like that. I'm still struggling with keeping open chat here as my phone is ready to die every 2 seconds. Don't know how to change that just right now, so a little bit tough to deal with that, but okay. Let's exchange one pair of rooks and put the knight on d4, and I think they'll try to attack here on b7 and a6 somehow. Okay, my opponent keeps the knights. I think that's a reasonable decision, but I'll go f4. I think that's okay. Maybe I want to go f5. Oh, I missed knight d3. That is not excellent. Okay, I guess I gotta take. Yeah, now it's gonna be tough to win actually. Now I have to be sharp. Okay, bishop c5, there's rook c8. No, I'll go back. Ooh, f5 cannot be good as now my rook comes in here. And rook takes g7 is a threat, or knight somewhere. Okay, that's a good move. I'll go to e7. King f8, I got rook takes e4. I think that should be winning. And now I guess this is okay. I'm not 100% sure. No, this is not okay. Why am I so bad at chess? I wish I was better at chess. Yes, and of course my opponent finds all the correct moves. Okay, to be fair, they were not that hard. Now I'm just gonna have to flag him or something like that. Maybe this is okay. Oh, that gives me the bishop. Yeah, I think my opponent made the wrong pre-move there. Now it's back to winning, fortunately. Okay, quite sloppy by me there, but we're gonna get there in the end, which is important, which is the most important at least. I've never cared too much for playing good chess, mostly caring about winning games. Even though I try to improve as a chess player. Let's see, who do we play next? Am I gonna go for a little bit of a slower game, or am I okay? Let's play against Why Must I Lose to This Bogues. C4. Okay, let's play a Dutch. Why not? Let's bring out the 9. Let's play Dutch. I employ the Dutch from time to time, but not really the Leningrad. I prefer to play with Stonewall. But I saw some computer games recently where Black was doing surprisingly well with the Leningrad, so maybe I learned a little bit. Who knows? Okay, d4, I'll go castles. The Dutch is a very interesting opening. It's just a bit of a pity it's not that good. Bishop to f4. I haven't seen this plan before. It makes a little bit of sense, but it doesn't look good for some reason to me. I'm going knight c6. If d5, I go knight a5, and now I'll go knight e4. I don't know if this is good, but I guess it's something. I mean, I really want to get e5 here. I play the Dutch a little bit because I'm Dutch, but mostly because I think it's a nice way to try and win. Like create an imbalance from move 1 and hope. I played it a couple times in OTB as well. Okay, queen d3, so I have to attack on c4 now, I guess. So b6 or something. Or just e5, actually. What am I thinking about? That's really strange by me. Just e5. As easy as that, of course. I don't think I'm doing like very well here after knight d2, but all things considered, it should be okay. g5, bishop e3 is not exactly winning a piece. Maybe queen f6. I don't know if queen f6 is good, but I want to go queen f7. I hope I'm not blundering. I don't think I am. I just want to really win on attack on c4 here. And if my opponent has to play bishop d5, that has to be a major positional concession, I would assume at least. Okay, bishop d5. Yeah, maybe there was nothing better. So do I take on d5? I don't think so. I'll just bring in the rook here. As I like to say, bring all the friends to the party. If you have friends, at least. Bring as many friends as you can. Okay, let's take on e4. Knight e4, bishop d5, c d5, queen f5. Maybe I misplayed this. I can go for some very interesting queen sacrifice again. I cannot restrict it. I think h6 is probably good, actually. Yeah, I would have gone knight takes c4 with the idea of making knight g5 with bishop takes d5 and so on, but I think h6 is just much better, so let's just do it. And now I'm really threatening to capture on c4. Okay, rook d1, I cannot capture, actually. A little bit. Okay, let's go g5. And take. Point is at cd, I got queen f5, and I think I'm perhaps even winning a piece. Or close, like queen b5 or something might be the only move because the knight has no more squares. Yeah, this surely has to be good for me somehow. Okay, I'll just do it. I mean, if this isn't good, I don't know what is, as they often say. And now the rook is coming to f2 and queen f3, and I think that was a nice game. I'm happy with this one. I'm not too happy too often, but at least not about my chess. I mean, in general I am, but I think this was a good game by me. Yeah, the queen f3 and queen e4 is just cannot be stopped, and my opponent resigns. All right, nice game. Let's go on to the next, get as many games in as possible. Let's see. Let's play somebody from Norway. I haven't played too many people from Norway, I don't think, on Banter Blitz, so why not? d4. Okay, let's stick to the Dutch, but let's give the okay, let's find. Oh, bishop f4. Okay, again the bishop is being deployed to f4, but now I'm gonna try a little bit different ideas. I just hope that this is something. Nah, but with the bishop on f4, my plans don't work. I wanted to bring like knight c6 and stuff, and queen e8, but it only works in other lines, I'm afraid. Anyway, knight c6. Gotta do what you gotta do here. Hope it's okay. Let's bring the knight to e4 as well. Again, worked last game, so why not? And push e5. Usually getting e5 is a major gain when playing the Dutch, so I think I should do it. Bishop f3. I'm gonna go for the pair of bishops, I think. Bishop f6 is possible, but pair should be okay, right? I think I'm better here. I just have to figure out how. Yeah, I'll do this. No big question. I think I'll take. I don't know. I'll take with the queen. B takes c6 was not completely stupid either, because I can use the b file, but I like the idea my queen is putting some pressure on c4 here. And my main hope is just that this bishop on h2 is just basically kind of a dead bishop here. It's not doing all that much. So d5, I'll go queen b6, why not? Increase backlight timeout. Yeah, I don't know. Let me just give me like 2 seconds to figure that out. Hope it doesn't take more than 2 seconds. Okay, I think I changed it. Sorry about that. Had to change one setting. So let's go rook e8. But now I can keep in touch with chat at all times. So I think it was a win-win there. And rook e2 is a major threat, and I just didn't want my queen to be trapped. Perhaps it was possible to immediately go rook e2 there, but I didn't calculate it super accurately. And like I said, this bishop on h2, that's what I'm playing against. So f4, really locking up the bishop, and if rook e1, I can go queen f5. What would I do if I would not be chess player? Maybe like a computer scientist or something, programmer. I think that would suit me. Bishop b5, bishop d3, bishop c2, bishop takes d1, g5. And my bishop went on a little bit of a nice tour there and grabbed the opponent's rook at least. So, okay, d6 is attacked. I mean, I'm not overly concerned, but yeah, I'm just gonna go rook e2. I don't buy this pawn on d6. It's no worry. We don't need you. So I have a couple ideas, mainly h5, g4, but especially back rank issues here. I'm just gonna be crushing. And the knight has no real squares to go, and especially this bishop is just dead on h2. So taking all these factors into account, I hope at least I'm winning. Oh wait, I only have 16 seconds. Why am I so slow? This is just crazy. Where's my time going? I'm talking too much. I have to focus. Shut up and play chess. No, let's see how's my speed. Oh no. Okay, we're getting there just in time. Whew. I mean, it was a nice game again, but I gotta pay a little bit of attention on the clock. Oh, we got a challenge by MVL. No, I'm kidding, guys. But at least it's the picture of Maxime, so maybe he's at least maybe he knows a thing or two from Maxime. My hobbies. I don't have like too many particular hobbies, but I like most people. I don't have anything special, but like spending time with friends, my girlfriend, going outside, doing some sports, all that kind of stuff. I like to read, actually, watch movies, have a good time, all that kind of stuff. I like to learn new things also. So that's why I like to learn new things. So I was doing a little bit of reading about random stuff sometimes, all that kind of stuff. I don't watch too many sports except for tennis. And even tennis, I don't watch much. I'm busy watching chess all day. That's my problem. What kind of opening are we playing actually? Somehow we're playing in London, but I was playing on autopilot again, so I was not paying any attention to what I was doing on the board. I played some very strange moves in this game already. No logic behind any of them, but okay. I think I could beat very strange questions. Hand-to-hand combat. Is that like fighting without any weapons or something? Okay, knight c6. There's knight, bishop takes c6, bc6, queen b6. I guess I'm gonna give up a pawn here. I think it's the best move, but it's gonna be tough to win after. Okay, so oh, actually, my opponent can still take on c6 and grab the pawn, so nothing has changed. Yeah, I think I don't know. It would be close. We're both pretty skinny guys. I haven't really thought about it. Yeah, rook c8. Still, the pawn is hanging here on c6. Bishop takes c6, bc6, queen b6. My favorite move? I don't have movie or a movie. I thought you were asking for my favorite move. Movie. I had some go-to movie I used to say, but I forgot. Let me think. I liked Inception. Pulp Fiction is good. I'm sure Gustafsson recommended me some good movies, but I had The Godfather I had to watch recently, or had to watch. I did watch recently. That was nice, but I watched it for like the third time already. Rook a8. So I'm still down a pawn here, but it's not too bad as I duped the two bishops and a3 is a little bit weak, but I'm slightly worse. That's for sure. I'm a little bit worse. Oh, and this allows bishop takes b4. Yep. That's a nice pawn to get. Knight b1. No, no, no. That cannot be good. That looks very, very artificial. Going knight e4 here, perhaps intending knight c5 or anything. I don't know exactly what. Or bishop to e1, as I just saw from the corner of my eye. Bishop f2. Take on e3. Do I think? I don't know. Maybe. I will try my best, but I don't know. It's gonna be, I think it's more unlikely that I reach 2800 than that I do. But that doesn't mean I'll stop trying. I don't think it's completely impossible. Maybe it is, I don't know. Anyway, that would be the wrong mentality to say it's impossible. Speaking about a little bit about chess here, I'm winning and my opponent just lost some time. So far, flawless today, which is a little bit surprising. Let's see, who do we play next? Oh yeah, that's my. Let's go against dangerous right. D4, knight f6. E6. Let's play some more regular openings here with the Nimzo Indian. Queen c2, okay. Let's go b6. This move used to be around for a little while as a little bit of a trap line actually, but then people started to know their stuffs, and it looks like my opponent knows his stuff as well, which is unfortunate. I even forgot how the trap goes, so what can you do? Okay, maybe queen e7. I think I played b6 once in 2013 in the open tournament of Hogeveen. I don't remember how the game ended. I just remember I'd been studying this b6 and was completely excited about it, but wait, what? Now my opponent actually falls into a trap, but yeah, because the knight is pinned, so I can just grab a pawn here. So life's nice. Okay, let's castle. Still not completely clear as I'm not really developed, but a pawn is a pawn, right? Things should be good. So now the question is, do I take on c3 or do I keep the bishop? I think I'll take. I was just a little bit worried, like bishop a5, rook b1, and I don't know. Maybe knight a6 was possible there, but this should be good. I'm up a pawn. Knight can come to f6. And all that good stuff. How bad is this for white? Is my only. Maybe it's not too bad. I don't think it's like -1 just yet. Lots of activity here for the lost pawn. c4. Yeah, not gonna be easy. Let's go bishop g4. Knight g5 makes a little bit of sense in order to go knight e4. My screen is very bright. Let me change that a little bit. I'm probably the reflection is making me look like, oh, I switched off my screen now. That's also not an excellent move. Anyways, rook e8. I hope I'm still live after unintentionally turning off my screen. Okay, I have to take, otherwise d6 is falling. So now we get this endgame here, which I really should try hard to convert, but not going to be easy. Let's start by going f5 in order to get some room for the king. I've played against Jan Timman a bunch of times. We played a match in 2015. And the first time we played, I think I was 14, and I got completely crushed. So that was our first game. Then we played this match, and I was 16 at the time, I believe, and I lost the match 3.5 to 2.5, but I won a game, which is my only classical win against him, but still win. Something to be very happy with, and it was a good game as well. So yeah. And then we played a bunch of rapid games, which I don't really remember what happened in those. I think a lot of draws. Okay, h5, h4, slowly trying to improve, but definitely my opponent putting up a very good fight here, very tough resistance. h3, this is a mistake, that's for sure. I don't believe in h3, really weakening the structure. Do I recommend the Netherlands for Erasmus? Well, actually, I don't live in the Netherlands myself right now. But I think the Netherlands can be nice at times. Rotterdam, why not? Ding made a draw in his last game. So he's not winning all his games, to be fair. But yeah, it's a bit of a mismatch, but I think it's the best they could do. I don't think they could just get 10 or 3 others of the top 10 players to get a match with him on such short notice. So yeah. But these other players are very good, actually. It's just that Ding makes them look like they're not very good, but they're very strong grandmasters. Okay, moving on to the next. Good technical conversion there, but very tough defense. And I think I got some tough challenge here, almost 2,500 rating. So I'm gonna focus here and go one before orangutan. Why not? Ah, Groningen, yes, that's actually my hometown. That's very nice. For hometown, I lived there throughout my entire childhood. So yeah. And yeah, footballer Robin is from there. Why is this guy playing so fast? Does he have a bus to catch or what's up? I'm just gonna take it easy. I mean, is this some joke? Okay, I'm letting a little bit annoyed. Okay, this guy I gotta crush. You don't play fast and get away with it. I hope. Hope I don't end up eating my words here, but that speed was just too much. No way. Jose. In 92, pressuring on b3, but I don't like the way I've played this already. Let's see. Maybe this is okay. AB3, I'll go A4. At least my opponent slowed down, so I don't think. Maybe he already missed the bus. Oh no, it's gonna be very tough for Magnus. Oh my god, I mean, the only point of bishop h6 is to go rook takes d4, and it's the one thing which I allow. I mean, it's just that's just very bad. I think the chance of Carlsen reaching 2,900 is pretty slim. But okay. I think he motivated his reasoning for saying that goal pretty well himself. What is going on here? I've completely misplayed this, no? So rook a4, okay, I have to be a little bit quiet here and focus. Yeah, now I think I'm okay again. Oh my god, I blundered the same tactic twice. That's quite some talent by me. Very impressive. Blundering like that, not once, but twice. What? This works? Bishop G7. I don't get this game at all. I don't get it at all. I mean, Queen C8 was like Knight E8 or something. What is it? Honestly, it's a very strange game. Just not understanding anything. I hope this works. Just a very strange game. Feels like both sides are playing very poor. But I'm the one playing a little bit more poor. Okay, I have to not lose on time here. So I have to concentrate again. How is this not made? How is this guy playing so fast? I mean, he doesn't think even in the slightest. Still, there's no mate. I mean, I have to stop queen takes f3. Yep. Okay. I'm losing this one, guys, but it's been a very weird game. I'm playing Andrew Tang. I don't know, could be. That's like the fastest guy I've ever played. So it could be. But I don't think so. I mean, the game was a very low level by both of us. Yeah, okay, back to normal chess, I hope at least. Let's go knight f3. And let's go d4 here. Maybe try London system. Oh, knight c6, huh? Let's go c4. So this is called the Chigorin defense. It's quite interesting opening for black. Not that good, but definitely quite tricky in blitz and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, that wasn't Andrew. Andrew plays better. And he doesn't play that fast, actually, at the beginning of the game. He plays very quickly in the end. Then he's like the fastest man ever. Okay, let's try and exchange the queens here. I think I was just up against a super fast opponent, guys. Opponent, it happens. I have to work on my speed. Maybe I'm getting older. Okay, bishop c4. I like my position here. I got the two bishops going. So bishop takes f7, there's rook f8. I could do that, but I could also not do that. So what else can I do? Let's actually just, I don't know. Like takes rook f8. Let's go king f1, why not? I don't know. Let's go bishop c3 here. I have the 2 bishops, so I should at least be a little bit better. King g2. If I can get e4 or something, I should be doing well. Okay, bishop b2. Of course, I have to keep the pair here. And f4, I can always meet with rook e1, I guess, or even bishop takes d5 and e4. Although then there's rook b5, so that's not good. So rook e1. I gotta bring in the rooks here and slowly go for e4. And things should be good here. Bishop b3. Yeah, it was probably just maybe I thought we were playing a bullet game. What do I know? Okay, a4. I don't want to allow a4 by my opponent. Although maybe my move a4 was not exactly great. And I think finally I go e4 here. So I got the center going, and I want to slowly push forwards here. Very nice center here in the middle of the board, supported by the bishops and d5, e5, etc. It's all coming down like a train or something. d5, that's one. Maybe I'll use the f pawn as well, like f4 or something. Okay, so how do I proceed? e5 is not quite possible. How do I improve the situation? I don't know. I'll go rook e3. Maybe it does something. Okay, so let's stop knight c5. I think that was my opponent's idea. c5. Wow, that is shocking. I'll go rook c1 and bishop g7. Can I go e5? I think I can. No, I'm not in the candidate tournament, guys. No, it's a little bit too early for me, if ever. Yeah, and these pawns in the center are looking really majestic, so I'm happy about those pawns. And we'll just continue to push them all the way down here. Maybe d6. Maybe take on f6. I don't know. I don't want to give up my bishops. I'm a greedy Dutch guy. I want to keep my bishops, at least for the moment. These pawns, as they say, 2 pass pawns on the 7th are as strong as a rook. So, but I think at this point I don't even want my opponent's rooks. I just want to get 2 queens. That's what I want. Yeah. Okay. Nice game there. Getting back from the loss, so that's nice. Let's see. What else have we got in the mix? Let's play against Shadow Mate. Let's go d4. Yeah, maybe you should just play quite quickly in the opening, because I'm not paying too much attention. Like, and then you gain a lot of time. I think my biggest weakness in Banter Blitz is losing games on time and also blundering things. So yeah. So castle. a6. Let's go c4. Yeah, I was just playing a strong opponent. I figured. But it was a bit strange because I felt I'm playing bad, but still I got chances. But then he was so fast; it was a lot just confusing to me. So yeah. Especially at the end, I must have had some way to mate, right? I couldn't find it, not with that little time on the clock. Okay, we're playing some kind of Dubov Tarash, but the pawn is on the pawn is already on a6, so it should be okay for me here. And bishop e3, I hope that we capture all on d4 and then the pawn on d5 will be target. What time? I usually play 3-0. Sometimes I play 5 minutes or 3+2, but usually I only play those after I when I want to take it even more chill, like when I want to relax. But in general, with 3-minute games, we get in the most amount of games for everyone. So I think that's the best way to go about it. No, this is not pre-recorded. This is live on air. Yep. Okay, so we get the exchange on d4, but the problem of the tower's defense is this pawn on d5. So if I can get to win this pawn, if I get to win it, I'll be up a healthy pawn. Maybe not winning yet, but it's a very good result of the opening, that's for sure. Do you think Ding will qualify for? Yeah, I think he's basically there already, no? He just needs to finish his 30 games and then not lose all his rating, and that's about it. But I mean, with the way he's playing, he will easily get there. No doubt in my mind. So it can be funny here and go queen e5 check, but I'm not funny, so I'll do this and give it check. So the king has to probably go to the center as king f8 looks really not good. And I'm currently figuring out what I wanted to do against king d7. And as I'm thinking, I'm realizing I don't have a plan. So always excellent when you realize that. So just wing it, I guess. What else? Rook e7. Rook on the 7th is good, right? And now we'll see who gets to take the most pawns. I hope it's me. Check. I think this check is accurate as the I think the grabbing the pawn on b7 is very important. And if king to the b file, I would have had rook b1 check. And usually in rook endgames, when you have a 3-1 majority and the opponent has one pawn on the other side of the board, that's considered an easy conversion. Now, I don't know if I will manage to convert easily, but at least that's how it is in theory. I think I'll just play for flag. Playing for flag is plan A. Give checks. Give more checks. Give more checks. Give more checks. Pick up rooks. And pick up pawns. Yeah. No, I was mainly playing on flag there, but my I think I was like always in control. So now that's very strange. Somebody with a profile picture of me challenged me. That's a lot of me's. I think that's a little bit scary. Is it the same guy who just had the picture of MVL? Okay, let's see. Let's give it a shot. Maybe I'm playing myself here, guys. That's a very clever tactic. I'll do this once and not again. I think I should be an easy win. I think I should be able to beat myself pretty easily. C6, okay, I could play that. I could see myself playing C6. I played the Slav as well. Let's see. Bishop G4, no. I usually don't play Bishop G4. I'm not really a big fan of Bishop G4. I prefer to go E6 or D takes C4. But okay, I make mistakes. Knight takes D5. I probably would have played CD5, as now I get the big center. So when you have a space advantage, they always say to keep pieces, so that's what I'll do. Bishop G4, That move I would have played. That I know. That's a good move. Let's go queen b3. No, Magnus is not from the Netherlands. Yeah, no worries. I don't know. Wexech, I probably mispronounced your name, but no worries. That was I was just thinking I have a winner in the end or something, but maybe I never had. Otherwise, very, very good game, especially this rook takes d4 tricks. I missed them twice. That was not very impressive by me, but well spotted for sure. I should have seen it coming. So back to this game. Got the two bishops going. It's pretty similar again to a game we had a couple of games ago, and I'm gonna grab some space here, hopefully. And once again, with the two bishops and the big center, I should be doing well here. Let's grab some more space. Okay, Carl, let's go bishop e3. Very nice position for me. c5. Okay. I think that's the kind of move which generally just helps white as opening the c5. Well, maybe there's the idea of going knight b8, knight c6. I'll play f4. I don't know if that's very strong or if it's very bad, but cannot be too bad, can it? g6. Okay. How do I go about it here? Maybe I finally do go d5. Yeah, let's go d5. I think it's the correct decision now that my opponent when g6 says when we capture on d5, the pawn on f7 is hanging, and I get some rook b1 play very, very quickly. So knight f6 is more or less forced. Takes on f7, takes on e4, takes on g6, takes Shoot. Yeah, I'll go c4 actually then. That was my plan B. And f5 can be met by f3, so that's pretty important. And now rook to c1, and that goes to show why c5 was not very good, as now the pawn is most likely just gonna be victim or gonna fall to my rook. Okay, bishop f8, d6. Once again, really very nice pawn formation here, and yeah, it forced my opponent to give up the bishop, but that's not gonna save the game. f5, just okay. Bishop g5 is winning more material, so yeah. Okay, good stuff. Let's see, who else have we got? Umber 64 guy with no played games. Okay, why not? Let's hope he plays a move. I don't think he has played any games, as he doesn't have a rating in either Bullet Blitz, Rapid, or Classical. So this might be his very first game on the platform. So knight f3. Let's go b6. I was reading some question about Super GM. Whether it has to be dependent on the rating or on the world ranking. So let me think about that. real brief. Hard to say. In general, ratings correlate pretty well to world rankings, as statistics have shown over the last like 10, 15, maybe 10 years. Like top 100 has been almost 26, entirely around 2650, and like top 40 has been above 2700. So I don't think it makes a lot of difference if you make it dependent on rating or ranking, but since all the other titles are dependent on rating, like Grandmaster, International Master, and etc., it would make sense to make it dependent on rating, I would think. Knight d4 is typical, by the way. Once again, I was playing on autopilot, but I think for once I spotted a good move. And yeah, I think this is gonna net me a piece here, as c3 is hanging. If you're playing those hedgehog structures, you should always be on the lookout for such tactics, as usually they're very typical. There's no official title for super GM, but you could say people above 2700. There's been some debates on whether to add that title or not, let's say. But there's no official regulation saying you need to be this rating to be considered a super GM. Yeah, so I think that was my opponent's first game, or maybe it was just an unrated game, actually. I don't know. Anyway, on to the next. Going a bit on a tangent here. Let's stick to chess. Manuel Mejias. Oh, maybe I played him in another Banter Blitz. I don't remember. From where is that again? Domin? Puerto Rico. Okay, nice. Very nice. I used to know all the flags, but it's been a long time. I studied the flags. That was an interesting time, though. I mean, not easy to remember all the flags. Especially Africa is tough for me, and the countries in the Pacific as well. Like the islands and stuff. So playing a knight of here, but with the bishop b5 check, we get a bit of a slower game, I would say. Almost sometimes similar to like e4, e5 games, although I'm not gonna go e5, but I'm probably gonna put my pawn on d5 if I get the chance. So knight g3. Maybe I shouldn't have played rook c8, because now if I go d5, e5, I cannot jump to e4. So I'll have to come up with something slightly different. I'll go b5, maybe get some space here on the edge of the board. I don't have any particular rating in mind right now, but I would say 2700 feels a bit too low to me. I think there are too many people who have reached 2700 for them to be considered super GMs. So higher, I would say. You could also go back to the ranking and say everyone who made top 10. I have no clear preference, but it's something to take into account if people ever really wanna adopt a title as an official title. So, but currently I don't think it's really there's no plans for that. Attacking e5 here, by the way. So probably queen e2 has to come, and then I may go h6, but then bishop d2. We're playing a very decent game here. I think I'll open up some road for my knight to go to d3 eventually, or go b4, attacking the white structure on the queen side. So yeah, Okay, so should I go b4? I think I should. It makes some sense to me, as white has to take care of this pawn on c3 now, and I still got this idea of bringing the knight over to d3. If you cannot challenge, I don't know exactly what's the problem. So maybe you have to make sure you're in the right kind of play zone, the new play zone. That could be it. Otherwise, I'm not 100% sure. I have to study a little bit more computer science for that. Okay, so after the exchange on b4, I get to have this very nice pass pawn on c3, and things look pretty rosy. I'm gonna switch back to rook to a8 so as to attack on a2 here in order to do that. So should I double or not? I think I should go for the double. And I'm putting it on a5 so the rook potentially can attack on e5 as well. I don't know for sure, but and white really has to hurry with his counterplay, but more importantly, even hurry up with the clock, as there's not much time left. But yeah, I think it's just a little bit too little too late here. So let's take on e3, take on e5, take once again, take once again, and that's the game. Actually, a very decent game by my opponent, just a little bit too slow, something which I am usually. Let's play against Carlsen, why not? But not Magnus, I think. Erdnus Carlsen. Greetings from Argentina. Hello back. Let's go d4. Let's go bishop b5. And takes. And bishop g5. Giving up the bishop pair here, but gaining very smooth development, which is sort of nice. Giving up both bishops. And for those of you who are interested, I would recommend you to look up Ivanchuk against Kasparov. I don't exactly know from which year, but it was, I guess, in the 90s somewhere. Probably Linares, where Ivanchuk beat Kasparov in a very nice game, where he gave up both bishops, but the two knights dominated the bishops. Very instructive. It was Steve Yakov who showed me that game once upon a time, and I was very impressed. So yeah. Thank you for the game as well, Manuel. Queen e2, let's go. Here. But I don't think I've played this particularly well, as this bishop is doing quite a good job here on the diagonal. And my king seems to be a little bit weak. Yeah, I think I should have put my queen on d3 immediately, so I'll just do that right now. At least my opponent has to take care of his king here on e8, so it's a bit of a question on like where will it go. So we'll see. I assume my opponent is going to go a4, and I'm really going to try and lock this bishop up here with f4. I think that will be the right strategy. So now it's a bit of a question. Do I take on b3 with the pawn but open up the b file? Or do I make the anti-positional cb3? I think I'll have to go c takes b3. I mean, maybe in a classical game it's possible to go ab3, but it felt way too dangerous for Blitz. And probably objectively not good as well, now that I think about it a little bit more. Yeah, Ivanchuk is really a legend. I played him once and he completely crushed me. That was I was not as good at the time, but still very impressive game, and always been a big fan. So c5. Okay, that does give up d5 square, which I'm happy to see. But I understand my opponent really is keen on going c4. So I have to move quickly. So knight c2, attacking the queen with tempo, I think is the right way to go. Knight f5, there might have been c4, like I said. So now the queen is forced to go somewhere, and then I may go f4 or knight d5, depending on the situation. I think I'll go knight d5. Still not sure about the evaluation here, like bishop b5, or maybe a little bit worse. Definitely playing against a strong opponent. Maybe it is Carlsen. My father taught me the rules of chess. Oh, f5? That's surprising. It's a free pawn. And perhaps my opponent wanted to go bishop g7, but then there's always f6 ideas. Bishop c6. Okay, can I take on e7 here? Bishop takes h1 and queen takes d6. No, because there's rook d8. I mean, maybe it's possible somehow, but let's just keep it simple and go rook to e1. Not a good move, I think, though. Already not happy with it. Okay, but now I am happy. This is forced checkmate. Actually, it's not completely forced checkmate, but it's completely winning as I take the rook and then I win the queen. I mean, is there some mate? Queen d7, king f8, or f6? I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna get the queen here and win the game. That should be good enough. But my opponent keeps soldiering on, but I don't think it's gonna cut it. And there we go. Another win. And wait, I actually got a challenge from Jorden van Foreest. Pretty talented player, so I'm gonna accept. If this is... Yeah, this is my brother actually playing. So he's playing in the European Championship right now. So I'm a little bit surprised by the challenge. But, well, there you go, guys. This is a big game. I have to show what I'm worth here in this game, or Lucas is gonna trash talk me. Let's go bishop b4 check. Knight d2. I played some stuff here recently. Okay, let's go b6. Not super good, but I don't want to reveal his preparation for the European Championship. So we'll play something a little bit non-theoretical here. It's a little bit better for white due to the pair of bishops. And Lucas is very good in these slow kind of games. So I'm definitely worried, you could say. I have to keep focus here though, guys. I'm not gonna look at chat. I don't want Lucas to win this game. I have to show who's boss, of course. Okay, 94. I don't know if that's any good, but it seems reasonable. Maybe knight g5 ideas or f5. Okay, knight d2. Let's go f5. Why not? Gotta take this. And perhaps go... Let's go e5. So white is definitely a little bit better, but it's not too much. I'm not sure about d5 actually by him. Maybe it's okay. For a second, I got interested in going b5. I don't think I should do it. Still interested. No, I decided not to do it. But now, yeah, now we will use this opportunity to go b5. The point is, if white takes on b5, this pawn on d5 is weak. So I don't think white can really take on b5, but then the pawn on d5 does get a little bit vulnerable. Like queen to f7 or something. Such ideas. But yeah, I think rook to a5 was a decent choice. So I'll bring back the knight to b6. Why not? I guess white is still a little bit better at the end of the day, but it's not too much. My main worry, as usual, is the lack of time. So I'll try and keep playing quickly. F4. Interesting. I'll take on F4. And take on A5. Yeah, I was a little bit worried that he would do this, but I somehow just hoped he wouldn't do it. Generally not a very strong strategy. Okay, let's take on B3. Oh, and this one. Yeah, I missed this one. Now things are not looking super rosy. I have to fight now. Okay, rook takes d7, queen takes d2. Very ugly position. Rook takes c7, queen takes d2, rook takes g7, king h8 is barely okay for me. Maybe I can still make a draw here, but not more at least. But I really gotta speed it up. The good thing is if I do manage not to lose, I gain some rating points, which is definitely very important. Lucas is spending a lot of time here. How to continue. So this is his choice. Okay, b7. I thought I had rook b8, but I don't. Yeah, now I just blundered. That's unfortunate. Okay, it looks like Lucas is gonna get the better of me in this game, but I'll get my revenge one day, guys. Don't you worry. Maybe, maybe it will give him some good confidence for the next game in the European Championship. I certainly hope so. But definitely usually not good to lose to my brother. So I have to live with that, I'm afraid. Okay, I think we got time for a couple more games. So we'll move away from that last game as quickly as possible and go to the next one. Major trash talk incoming. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. But we have a training camp scheduled soon, so I'll beat him up there a little bit at Blitz, I hope. Night before. This is all theory, I think. Let's go bishop e6. Weird, usually the theory doesn't go like this. What did I mix up? Oh, wait, usually black plays with bishop h6, yeah. Okay, there you go. My favorite time control. I think my favorite time control is probably classical at the end of the day, but I start to like rapid more as well. Blitz I always like, but I just kind of suck at it, so that's the problem. Yeah, I'd calculated this line in advance and I thought this was good for me, but maybe I missed something. Okay, let's take on b2, take on c2. Hopefully we're gonna get a quick revenge here. So how do I mate? Maybe just rook a8. Whatever. Whatever. I cannot calculate all the lines, so I'm just going to protect on a5 and claim that I'm doing very well. Is this knight on b7? It's pretty stranded in the desert. The desert, or whatever you would call it, in my position at least. It's stranded all the way in my position, and it's not going to come back out in anytime soon. Or maybe it is, but then, and the big prize is now I'm up 2 pawns. Knight to d5, intending knight to c3. So the only way to prevent mate is indeed by going rook c1, but now I'll get the chance to capture even more pawns. Maybe knight b7 sort of keeps the game alive, or this. But I do not believe in it. I'll go h5. This h pawn is very quick down the board. I hope it is enough. But I think it is enough. Rook g2, simply going h2. And that at least I should win a piece here. But maybe I want more. I think I want more than a piece. So f5 is my move. So the knight cannot. But let's calculate. Yeah, this is winning. Or is it? Yes, it is. It's a nice piece of calculation. Knight c3. For a moment, I got worried by rook takes c3 here, but I got queen takes c1. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, my opponent doesn't try rook c1, but then if not, I mean, rook b2 check is probably also winning, but queen takes c1 followed by rook a2 is the easiest way to win. Okay, let's see. Who do we play? Okay, let's play against Monkey King. Why not? Monkey King from China. Yes, let's just pretend that it was all planned. So Lucas is going into his next game full of confidence. Okay, so we got a London system, and let's give a check here on b5. And let's go castles. Takes, and c3. Hoping that these doubled pawns here in the in the center will provide me with something to attack. I went queen a4, so I have the idea of going queen a3. But first I'll maybe go here with the rook. c5 always runs into queen a3, so I don't have to be too worried about discoveries. And just as I mentioned it, it does happen, and we get this pin here. Okay, knight e4. How do I just take on c5, or why not go knight d2 first, right? Okay, rook c8. So now I think it's time to cash in, either by going knight b3, but I think the simplest way should be to take on e4. And now the question is, do I play for tricks or do I not? So the way to play for tricks is going rook takes c5, but is it also a good move is a question. I don't know. It looks okay to me, but doesn't look best to me. So I'll just play the best, what I think is the best move. So queen d5, I guess, but I'm up a pawn here, so life is looking okay. Life is fine. I mean, other queen moves are also possible, but queen d3 I didn't even consider somehow. So it takes on d3, e d3, knight e5, d2, or bishop b5. bishop b5, h4, bishop a6, b4, f6, f9, f3, if d2, there's rook d1. I think it's good for me. Let's try. Yeah, so a4. And bishop a6, b4 is the idea. So maybe d2, but then rook c, f6 now? I'm not convinced somehow. Knight f3 is probably good, but the rook endgame has to be good too, I would think. Could be wrong, of course. Who knows? Let's start by going king f1, intend to bring the king to the center. Okay, king e1. King d2. Rook a4, attack on e4. And rook c4, attack once again on e4. Pretty nice lateral attack here with the rooks. Doing some good multitasking. Yeah, I mean, this has got to be winning in some easy way somehow. I mean, that's my initial thought, but okay, this has to be okay. Let's give a check. Has to be okay as well. Give another check. And I think we'll capture. And now I'm up to pawns and looking all rosy here. Yes, thank you for the game, Zevic. Okay, rook d8. We'll just capture here, of course. And with 2 pawns up, once again, it is not gonna be a hard technical task. And actually, I think, guys, wait, let me. I am gonna have this be the last game of today. It's pretty late over here, so enough chess for today, that's for sure. I hope to end on a high here, of course, so let's make sure that we do. Still not so easy somehow. Let's just push the pawn and push before I start messing this up. f4, f5. Now these pawns are gonna be doing their job pretty well. f6. Yeah, some spy checks, but okay, perhaps my pawn is hoping for stalemate. Wait, what? I only have 7 seconds? Oh my god. Yeah, okay, but it's still, even though I have only 5 seconds, it's gonna be way too much time not to mate here. A little bit closer in the end, but we get there. So pretty good stuff, guys. Some good chess, some good games, some tough losses. It had it all. So thank you for watching, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and see you next time. Bye.